Welcome to my channel. Today I have for you, what are their feelings? So let's get started. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. First pile you are drawn to would be the pile for you. If you are drawn to both or multiple piles, that is fine as well. So let's get started with pile number 1. And let's find out what your person is feeling, okay? Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Cups here. Queen of Cups. Hierophant could be a Taurus. We have the Emperor, could be Aries. King of Pentacles. Hermit could be a Virgo. Okay. Okay, so what is this person feeling? Okay, so for pile number 1, that's interesting. Okay, so this person is waiting on someone to come back. They're waiting on someone from the past, someone to come back, someone to... It's like they're waiting on some kind of effort or some kind of... Like, basically, this could be you that they're waiting on, but for some of you, it could also be somebody else. Like, maybe they're waiting on some kind of situation to happen involving someone from the past. It could be like finishing up things from a previous relationship so they can figure the situation out. So this is going to be kind of a wide variety of different things here. But for most of all, they're waiting for someone from the past, someone to come forward, put in some kind of effort, and just really, like, they want some form of answer or explanation from someone. They want this person, they feel like this person owes them some explanation. They feel like you could be chasing some form of material things. They could be feel like you, or for the other people, like I said, I'm seeing two different like scenarios here. One is for like a married couple, and then this one is just take it how it resonates, because it's like they feel like you're chasing material things and you only care about material items in the currently. Like maybe you're wanting a bigger house, or, you know, wanting more materialistic things. You want things to change in a materialistic way, and they're just seeing it as, I want to say, kind of a negative outlook on the situation. There's some kind of explanation they're wanting. There's some kind of like answers. They're seeking some kind of answers, okay? They want communication. They want to hear communication. I do feel like this is from you. Like, they want to hear communication from you. They want to know why this is happening, why you feel this way. They don't understand it at all. Like, they don't understand with why you're not happy with the way things are, or why things are not, you know, coming towards them. Like, why things are not just flowing. Because they feel like they put in a lot of work or effort, and they feel like, okay, well, I just don't get why this is not happening. If you're not inquiring, for those of you who are inquiring about love, you're the person. For those of you who are inquiring about someone else, I feel like there's some other energy here that is not related to love life. It could be like a child, or it could be a family situation. So that's why I say someone from the past. So if you're inquiring about like someone who's not a lover, that they're waiting on someone from the past. But for most of you, this is going to be relationship based, okay? They think you're taking action, but you're taking the wrong kind of action. Like, you're making some kind of mistake, or you're not taking the proper action that they think that you should take. Maybe they feel that you are doing things wrong and you don't have the best interest of the relationship. Like, there's some kind of wrongdoing to where they are not fully understanding why you're taking these actions, why you're going to such great measures or lengths to kind of prove a point. They want stability, but they think stability is in their perception of stability, and it's completely different from yours. So they want you to be more emotionally stable and more like consistent in what you're trying to achieve or what you're trying to do. But again, they are feeling like the way you're going about it is completely wrong. You don't have the right, you're not doing the things right, and that basically, like, it's gonna fail if you keep doing it your way. They want to abide by what you're doing because they don't want to lose you, and they don't want to argue with you or fight with you, but they at the same time are like, okay, this is not going to work if we keep doing it this way. This relationship is not going to last, and this relationship, needs to prosper in the way they have this person has a very, they're not open-minded to how you're feeling and how you're thinking. They're not open to the fact that, and they think you're not open to the fact that of them, you're not considerate of them, and maybe for some of you, even their family, they feel there's some very strong family ties or family situations to where you are not being considerate of them, maybe their family, their situations, their standards, and it could also be of a culture situation, understanding of their culture, or you're not understanding of their needs also. There is some kind of female energy, okay? So there's some kind of female that's giving them advice, and this person wants this to work out, but they also see things from their perspective. Again, I think it's very cultural based. They see things from their culture, maybe you're not doing the things culturally right for them. So they're not understanding why you're taking such great action or measure or lengths to fix the relationship, or maybe putting effort in the relationship, because again, they think that their way is the right way. This person has kind of a seniority, not seniority, it's they think they're right. They think the way they're doing things is right and the way you're doing things is wrong. And they think that they have, they think they have more experience than you in some situations, and that you are less experienced, and that, especially when it comes to life situations or could be goals, so that you should listen to them, and you should be asking them questions, and you should be trying to figure out what they're doing so you can get more stability. They just have a very closed-minded way of thinking. They're feeling very negative. Current energy right now is they're feeling very negative about the situation. They want it to work. They want things to work out. They're not giving up. It's not a giving up type energy, or I'm done with you, but it's if we keep going this way, it's not going to be beneficial. They think you're driving yourself into a wall, and that it's just not going to work out that way. It's not a stubborn energy, as this is in the reverse. It's not a completely stubborn energy. It's not a completely stubborn energy, but it is very, they think they're smarter. They think they're wiser, and that you should be listening to them, and you should be trying to figure out from them how to fix the situation, not trying to do it your way. And they think by you doing your way, you're being stubborn, and you're not listening to what they have to say, and you're not really going about it the correct way. Again, they think you're chasing some kind of material items, and that you're focused on the wrong things. They think you're, the way you're spending money or the way you're handling finances is just, it's not of good character or good morals. Basically, they're saying it's in bad taste. They support you and want your happiness, but again, they think what you're doing is not going to be of your ultimate happiness, that you're basically going to crash into a wall, and that this is not going to work out because you're going off, and they think you're going off in these directions, and that those directions are headed down nowhere. They're not stable, they're not smart, they're inadequate, and they just think you're headed down the wrong path. They do know that there's a long history of here, so they're not willing to give up or lose that. But they do know that they think something needs to change. Okay, so for pile number 1, please let me know how this resonates with you in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, so for pile number 2, what is your person feeling currently? Okay, so for pile number 2, what is your person feeling currently? Let's see. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I'm kind of going over these, getting it. Okay, so it could be a Leo, a Gemini, and I'm getting kind of a little bit of a fiery energy. So again, it could be just the state they're in, but Leo and Gemini are the main cards here. Okay, so this person is feeling very optimistic about the situation. This person is feeling like there could be a new fresh start. They're feeling very strong. They're feeling very powerful. They still think you're uneasy. They can't read you, and they still think they think that they don't know how you're feeling. They don't know what you're thinking. They don't know where the relationship is going, mostly because they cannot read you. So they think that, like, they see that you're interested in them, and they see that you want to make the efforts to make the change, but they don't know how far in the long run or how committed you are. They are questioning a little bit whether your love is still there. They're like, okay, does this person still care about me? They think that you think you're in a little bit uncommunicative right now. They think that they want more communication from you, basically. They want you to communicate more. They want you to know what you're doing. They want to know what's going on with you. They're getting some kind of advice from maybe like a sister, a female friend, a cousin, somebody very close to them, and that person is kind of telling them like, look, hang in there. There's more to the story. There's more to the situation. Try to really... They're basically calming this person's emotions and helping them to think more rationally and logically. This person feels very optimistic. Like, this person definitely could be an air sign. I could just tell by their way of thinking. We do have Gemini here. So they could be just thinking like so optimistically, like this person is so sweet. They have a sweet nature to them. Like, they plan their whole future when they think about you. They start planning their life, and so the second you communicate, they like rearrange everything silently and quietly, maybe don't tell you. But they're very confused by maybe there might be some kind, it's like, I want to say sporadic communication. They may feel like the communication is very sporadic. They also think that you may be having some kind of financial difficulties or financial struggles, and it doesn't necessarily need to be financial. It means like maybe just job related. Like, maybe you are struggling a little bit financially, so you're unsure of what you want to do, so they're trying to give you your space. Again, they just don't know what you're thinking or what you're feeling, and that's confusing them to them. It's making them kind of uneasy and unsure, and just, they feel it's hard for them to focus right now. Like, it's hard for them to get through their day. It's hard for them to really understand you. They want to try to understand you, but they cannot understand you. They think you might be struggling a little bit financially, but they also think that you are very smart and you know how to maneuver yourself. Like, you're very strong when it comes to finances, that you probably do make good financial decisions, but they think you're in a little bit of like some kind of struggle or some kind of situation to where they're like, okay, well, let me give them their space. That's probably what they're dealing with. Again, their emotions are very, very intense. So they go to this person a lot to calm them down. Like, they go to this person to help them because they feel like this person's very wise, and this person is maybe a lot like you or can understand you in some kind of way. So they try to they think this person is kind of experienced when it comes to this situation. So they are really trying to focus and get some kind of advice from this person. They go back to this person a lot. They are feeling very optimistic about the situation. They are starting to feel happier with the way things are going. Even if you're not in communication with them, I feel like that they are observing you from a distance. Like, maybe they're watching your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever social media platform you're on, and they are kind of observing you. I feel like they can see kind of what you're doing, and they are almost like they're like happy from a distance. So they can kind of see they think they have a good idea of what you're going through, even though this person is telling them like, look, I don't think what you're thinking is correct. I think you should just relax and wait it out. But they're going crazy, like, because they cannot read you and they cannot figure the situation out. They're like basically coming up with reasons to satisfy their emotions or their needs, so that way they can feel comfortable, because they want to ask you, but they don't want to ask you as well. They don't want to be the one to initiate. This person doesn't really seem to like to take the initiative. Also, for some of you who they could be going through a job change also, so I do want to say that. Yeah, they don't really like to take the initiative. They do not like to... They like you to take the initiative, and it's a deep level of insecurity for people of this pile. But it's not an insecurity like where they're insecure about everything. I think it's just when it comes to you, because they do feel the connection is very strong and that they are afraid to approach you because they don't want to, they know that like this person seems to love really hard, and they know that, and they don't want to burden you or scare you. They don't want to come off as needy. They don't want to come off as needy, but they are very hopeful about your situation and relationship. They are very hopeful that things will turn out for the better. They are very hopeful that things could work out. They are very hopeful that things will just naturally work themselves out in the way that they've been wanting. Like, almost feel like this, for some people, this pile, like they've been praying about you, or, you know, asking God or the universe, or, you know, to really help them, guide you guys back together, because they feel like they, in the past, they were hurting really bad, and they were really sad, and they were really focused, and they do feel like maybe they've messed things up, or that things were just not going in the way that they wanted them to. They may feel like in order to get the situation back to where it needs to be, like they don't know how to do that, so they just, again, praying and just hoping things work out, really hoping that the situation gets better, but they are happy with some aspects of the way it's going right now. Maybe, again, they're observing you, maybe they're watching you, maybe they're seeing things you're doing from a distance, and they're starting to think that, okay, they're making the moves to come back to me. Like, this person wants you to put in the effort, maybe to go back to them if you're not in contact, but for those, I feel like most of you are in contact, and maybe small, sporadic contact, and those people are like, oh, this is going good, and this is on the track that it needs to be. For the other people of this who are not in contact, they see you and observing you from a distance, and they think, okay, well, they're doing the right things to where they think you're going to go back. So, again, it could be like maybe you're making a job change, or maybe you ended a relationship, or maybe they're watching you from a distance. This person has so much high hopes for the relationship, but they do not show it, and they do not say it, and they do not want to make any major efforts, and they do not want to come off needy and come off obsessive and come off too strong for you. Okay, number 2, I hope you guys like this kind of reading, and I will see you guys in my next reading. Okay, so for pile number 3, what is your person feeling currently? Cups, so Pentacles, Temperance, could be a Sagittarius, you or them, and the Magician. Wheel of Fortune, Justice, could be a Libra, you or them, or it could be an Aquarius, you or them. Okay, so what are they thinking? What are they feeling? This person has like a very... like, they want to manifest a life with you. They really want to fix the relationship. They really want to manifest positive things, but they don't know how to go about it. They don't know how to go about fixing the situation. They don't really know what to do to bring you closer or to keep you engaged. Temperance energy here. They may think that you turned a little bit cold, a little bit detached. They think that you want some kind of freedom now, that you may not be happy being in some type of relationship or some type of connection with them. They think that you are an energy where you're kind of moving on, but they can tell you're still hanging on a little bit, and they're like, what can I do to re-engage this person and bring back the spark, or rekindle the relationship? They think that you really love your freedom and that you really want to just do your own thing. So they really are confused about how to manifest things with you and how to fix a situation and how to, like, they really want to do what the ultimate best to rekindle the situation. For some of you, they may resort to mind games. Like, they may think that you need a little bit of mind games to kind of rekindle the attention. They may think that you may need some kind of, they may argue with you a little bit, or they may fight with you just because they're so confused on how to keep you completely engaged. Like, it really bothers them. They're like, how can I keep this person super engaged? How can I... They feel like they did something in the past where you may have lost interest. You may have lost interest in them, and that they think you're starting to slowly fade away. So they want to have this balance with you, but they're not sure how to bring it back because, again, they don't want you... They also don't want to lose you, and they don't want... Like, they don't want to face a negative judgment or outlook from you. They may think that you just... Again, you're fading away, you don't really care, you're not really invested emotionally anymore. Maybe you've kind of moved on from them. But they are getting scared. So again, they may resort to arguing in the up and coming days or weeks. Yeah, they want to bring some communication, and they're starting to think, man, I'm losing this person emotionally. I'm going to have to do something to switch it up. I'm going to have to, fix the situation in a different way. They think they need to kind of put forth some emotional, like, they're starting to think about opening up more emotionally to you to keep you engaged, because they just feel like, oh, I don't know how to engage this person. I do not know how to keep this person satisfied. I do not know how to fix the situation. And they think you're not paying enough attention to them, and they don't like that. And so it's making them feel scared, it's making them feel frustrated, and again, they may do something kind of crazy to switch it up. They feel like you don't want to communicate, you don't really want to open up, you're kind of detaching. They think you don't want to be with them anymore, and you don't think about a relationship with them. So they just think that you are in an area of detachment, non-caring, moving on. They just feel like they're losing you. And it's making them kind of sad and kind of depressed. They feel like there's not a lot that they can do to bring you back right now, and it's out of their control, and they're not really sure what they can do to there's almost like, I want to say there's no hope, but they are going to have a little bit of hope, because I do feel like they are going to do something very out of the norm, something that you're not used to them doing, something that you may not have expected them to do, maybe something to where it really catches your attention. To you, I don't feel like that is actually going to catch your attention. So what they're going to do is like something crazy for attention, kind of, and you're going to see it as very attention seeking. You're going to feel like, what are you doing? But they think that's what you need. They think that's what you need. They think they're trying to, I get the vibe, they're going to try to come at you on a mental level. Mind games, maybe like, they think you like mind games, and they think that that's what excites you, or makes you happy, or fights with you, like that kind of situation. It's a little bit immature. I feel like this person may not have a lot of experience. I don't really feel like they know you well enough, because they're not really understanding what it is that you actually need. So they're doing all these weird tactics, and they've done it in the past, and they're kind of trying to do it again to engage you. So again, they may come at you with some kind of fight or argument. They want to just remanifest things with you. They want you to start looking at them again like, hey, I want you to look at me like I'm the person you care about. They want to have more of your attention. They think that they don't feel like you're ignoring them. They feel like you're moving on, and that you're just moving on to bigger, better things. They think you may be talking to someone, or someone else may have captured your attention. They may think that you are starting to like someone else better than them. They don't really know how to get back to a state of where things used to be. They still have high hopes, but they are scared because they think you're moving on. So they're like, okay, I have to do something to get this person's attention, or I have to do something to get them to really focus on them. They want to do something to get you to focus on them and re-spark the connection. But I do feel like the way they're going to go about it is going to be in a form that you may not like. And I feel like when they do this, you may not like it, and you may kind of, for some of you, honestly, for some of you, this, whatever they're going to do is really going to push you away, and you may start to really lose feelings for them. But for some of you, you may kind of like that they're being a little bit more aggressive, but they think it's going to work even though it's going to frustrate you. I do feel like a very frustrated energy from the people, from you guys. Like, you may feel, the people viewing this video, you may feel very frustrated about it. I don't feel like it's going to cause a big fight or argument. I do think actually after things settle, it will go back to a good way, but that while you're in the midst of it happening, it's going to cause a lot of frustration. Okay, so for pile number 3, please let me know how this resonates with you guys in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.